What's up, and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 276. I don't know why I was trying to say 100. We've been in the 200s for like a year and a half now.
Yeah. 76 weeks.
Next week, I'm going to start with the, episode number 77. Then the next week, I'm going to say episode 8. Then the next week, I'm going to say for the first episode, and everybody's going to be confused. Oh, my brain is broken. Hello, Wonder.
Hello.
I'm tired.
I am also tired, and I'm sad that my weekend went by so fast, but at least I only have to work for 3 days this week.
Did you have to work today?
No. Memorial Day.
Gotcha. Cool, yeah.
So, yep, no worky for me today.
Well, that's good.
Yep. So, yeah, pretty much Aspen and I woke up and watched half of movie 5 of Harry Potter. And then...
Had you ever watched the Harry Potter movies before? Like,
yeah.
Had you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Watched that. She hasn't yet, so that's why we're watching them.
So you're watching Harry Potter before you get the Star Wars. I see how it is.
Well, we're eventually going to get to that too, but she has seen some Star Wars.
Star Wars is also tough because you have to watch so much Star Wars.
Right.
Because you got to start with the Acolyte and then episode 1, 2, and 3. Because I'm sorry, unless the person has never heard of Star Wars, if the Vader reveal hasn't been spoiled for them somehow, that is the only time you watch in release order. If you already know the Vader reveal, watch in chronological order. It makes so much more sense. Yeah. And most people know the Vader reveal just because people getting the line wrong, I guess, is so popular. Luke, I am your father. Even though I guess he never says Luke. I don't believe that. He definitely did. I don't know what happened. We timeline slipped or something.
Yeah.
Cap didn't put all the stones back correctly or something. Timeline's fucked. Timeline's fucked. Yeah, but you gotta start with the Acolyte, which is good, because the Acolyte is good, and I refuse to hear anything fucking different. If you disagree, you're a moron. And I'm not saying it's perfect. It has its problems. I'm not even saying the writing's that good. It has its problems. But there's this thing with Star Wars that I don't know if most people know. Outside of Andor, the writing fucking sucks. Like, it just does. It's not that good of a story, ever. It's just really well done dog shit. It's a polished turd, if we're honest. And we love it for that. But we got to stop pretending like anything George ever wrote was a masterpiece. They weren't. And the Acolyte's writing was much better than The Rise of Skywalker's. How do you reveal that Palpatine returned in the opening text crawl? Which isn't even true. I saw somebody say that today, and it bugged me because that's not true. The reveal for Palpatine being alive was done in Fortnite. Everybody forgets that. They revealed Palpatine was living in Fortnite.
That's crazy.
We live in a weird world.
Yeah.
But
anyway, yeah, we finished. We watched half of episode or movie 5 of Harry Potter. We got bored.
You got bored?
Yeah, restless more
during
or less.
The Goblet of Fire. Did
because it was nice out. So,
did Cedric? No, that's the end of the movie. Never mind.
But
that's a big reveal. You should record her reaction to that and post it on TikTok.
I don't know if she'll react that.
She's not very reactive to movies.
I told her she needs to pay attention to Snape.
Well,
I
just mean for when Cedric dies. She's not gonna get with the when Robert Pattinson dies. The Batman, Edward.
Yeah,
Am
he's
I
already
think?
he.
Am I thinking of the wrong movie? I
Gosh,
absolutely am. That Goblet of Fire's 4. Right.
no, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Either you're not watching the Goblet of Fire
We're
or
on the
something.
we're
Because
on the Phoenix or whatever.
okay, yeah, that tracks. You're right.
Yep. Goblet of Fire is 4. Phoenix is 5.
I always mix those two up. I don't know why, but I do.
Yep.
Because I know 6
So
is the Half-Blood Prince because it's by far the worst movie. And okay, it might not be the worst movie, but it's the worst adaptation. It does the book so wrong.
right.
I will never get over how they have Snape talking to Harry. He's supposed to be screaming and just angry and upset when he does the I'm the Half-Blood Prince thing. But instead, he's just so calm and just doesn't care, and that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we decided to go look for mushrooms. Did quite a bit of, probably walked a good 3 or 4 miles today along the river looking for mushrooms and didn't find any mushrooms, but we found a whole bunch of asparagus, which we're going to have for dinner tonight. And then it is infested with ticks right now in our area.
Nice.
Yeah. I pulled several of them off of me and off of Aspen and
Gross.
yeah,
Why would you do that?
real fun. Yeah, so exciting. Love ticks. I can deal with ticks more than I can deal with fleas, though. Fleas drive me insane.
You've had fleas your entire life.
I mean,
You basically are a flea.
Why they make me so bad? They make me so mad. It's just they never leave me alone. They're constantly irritating me, like a fly, like you.
True. I don't know. You don't even irritate me the most anymore. First of all, you're never around, so that helps.
Yeah, can't irritate you. I'm not there, so
true. But Grayson just is on another level of dumbassery. It's just ridiculous, man.
Has he surpassed my irritation?
Oh
mark?
yeah. Oh yeah. Every fucking day. It's ridiculous. My last 2 YouTube videos have been bangers, which is cool. But like, so I made the spam and eggs video on Friday.
Yeah.
Right. Did I put this video? Yes, I did. Good. Some of the comments I've received are pissing me off. Because a lot of that, or, you can have my share of spam. Okay. But multiple people have been like, spam is crazy expensive. 1 can of spam costs more than a dozen eggs. I don't think it's for the poor anymore. A can of spam costs less than $4 and can make at least 4 meals. If you are, especially when it's like spam and eggs or something like that. I can eat more spam if I'm just like frying pieces of spam, obviously, but like, it's
right.
Like at that point you're spending less than $1 per serving. Shut the fuck up. That's not expensive. Yes, is it more expensive than it used to be? For sure. Is it cheaper than 90% of other things you can get? For sure. Shut up.
Right,
it also pisses me off because in these videos I put the price of what it would cost you to make the fucking dish. That's the whole point. Because I'm like, it would cost you if you made it the normal way, which is just butter, egg, spam, cheese, like $2.11 per person. If you made it the way I did, where you add a bunch of veggies, I added onion, tomato, avocado, made it different, and had little frozen hash browns, kind of like the Taco John's Olays. Had those. And it was like $4 per person. It's like, I don't know if that difference matters to you. It matters, but I wanted this, so I'm having this.
Well, you got to realize the same people that are complaining about, oh, spam is no longer poor people food, are the same people who literally go out every night to eat food and pay 30, 35, $40 a meal
Yeah.
for just for them. And
Yeah.
then they'll turn around and complain about spam being no longer a, poor
Yeah.
people food. It's like, maybe if you actually, used spam and made stuff out of spam instead of going out and eating every day, you could have a valid point or a valid argument.
And I also brought this up in the video. Eggs aren't that expensive anymore if you just
No.
shop correctly. There are still brands that are charging you over $10. But if I can go to Whole Foods and get eggs for under $5, I promise you can get them at fucking Walmart for under $5 too. I guarantee goddamn it. Whole Foods is more expensive. It just is. So if I can get it for under $5 at Whole Foods, you can get it for under $5 somewhere else too.
They were I think they were like $2.90, $2.95 or something like that at Walmart. I was at Walmart on Saturday.
Yeah.
I got freaking drenched.
Yeah, I saw the
Coming out of
Snapchat.
Walmart. I may as well have just went and stood under the shower for about 20 minutes.
Yesterday I
That's how
did
hard it was raining.
something similar. It was raining pretty good here. So I went and sat in the hot tub in the rain. It was like a thunderstorm, and I'm like, it would be really funny if I got struck by lightning and died in this hot tub. The same way my namesake did. I told Rena that while I was on the phone with her. It was really funny. Matthew Perry. He died in the hot tub.
Yeah.
I told her, I was like, well, if I do end up dead in this hot tub, I need you to put on my gravestone, what about second Chandler dead in the hot tub? That's what goes on my gravestone. It's very important.
Just has the fingers.
Yes.
Instead of a lot of
instead of the prayer, it's
this. But
yeah.
I was going to say something I forgot.
Was it about dead in the hot tub?
Yeah.
Rain?
Yeah, that's something about hot tub. But if you think about it, what if the hot tub is just human soup, but we got out before we were done?
I mean, probably.
Before we were done cooking.
What if you were a hoe?
I mean, I kind of am.
No.
I've been with more than one person in my lifetime. That's considered a hoe, I guess.
No.
According to some people.
I agree. You fucking whore. No.
I'm a filthy whore.
Nice. Sorry, I'm looking at YouTube videos. I got thumbnails I need to make at some point. Also, I remade the Geeking Out Burger video because I don't have the original anymore. And it sucks. It's fine, but I want the original, and I messaged Matthias, but he hasn't gotten back to me. At least I hope I did. Imagine I messaged the wrong person. I genuinely can't. No, okay. I messaged the right person. He just hasn't replied yet.
Oh.
I did get a little concerned there when I said that. Imagine I messaged the wrong person.
Was somebody out there just like, what the fuck is he talking about?
What do you want? What video? What the fuck? Have you been hacked?
What kind of drugs are you on? I want some.
Right?
I mean, you are in Colorado.
Dude, I'm glad I look a little less druggy than I did when I got out of the shower. I looked like I was fucked up. I don't know why. But I looked like I had been going through it. And by through it, I mean drugs. Like all of them. Like the entirety of both of my eyes were like solid red. Both my eyeball and the like skin around my eyes. But then it was also really dark. Kind of like it is now. My eyes stay kind of dark. And it looked like I had just gotten off a fucking bender. It was great. I was like, Jesus, I'm gonna go be on camera looking like this. Christ.
Right. I
So,
come in all sweaty and nasty, and I was like, I gotta shower before I go on camera.
bro believes in the shower.
I was covered in dirt too.
Says
I
the
was
guy who
moving.
just showered. I also just showered. But
Yeah.
you ever go sit in the hot tub when it's raining?
No, no,
Oh.
I don't like electricity. So,
Well, rain doesn't mean electricity.
I mean, around here it does.
No,
Yeah.
not always. Only sometimes.
Did you have tornadoes over by you not too long ago?
I don't know, because I was home, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I don't know
Yeah.
where they were. I don't know what happened. I'm going to be honest, if I was here, I probably wouldn't have known either.
Right.
Unless my building fell down, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Until somebody
Well, I
else
know-
sent me stuff like, hey, did you see this? And I'd be like, no, that's terrifying.
Well, I know there was videos of the tornado just outside of DIA.
Yep. And then there was one over in Aurora, I think,
Yeah.
which isn't close to where. Well,
This was
okay.
a couple weeks ago.
It's all
I
in the
know,
same
so-
city. So, like, yes, it's close to where I live, but it's not close to where I live.
Right.
And again, I know I've talked about where I live a lot. Even if you figure it out, don't come here. It doesn't end well for you.
Don't be that person.
Yeah, I don't. And that's just weird. Don't be fucking weird.
Yeah.
Don't get mad. Get glad. So,
Gladly.
I don't know if I told you this. I don't know if you can find them at the Walmart near you because it's, I don't know. I have pink trash bags, though.
Oh?
Glad makes pink trash bags that smell like cherry blossoms.
Oh.
That is what I use.
Huh.
It's great. But it's weird
No,
having just like hot pink trash bags. It's pretty great.
We just use those. We've been using Glad, but it's the black ones that have the regular smell they usually do.
Yeah. These were like the same price. And I was like, and they're pink? Fuck yeah. Give me those. Oh, good times.
Yeah. What do you plan on having for breakfast in your
Dude,
case?
I have no fucking clue. I have been doing awful at remembering to food well.
You should remember to food well.
Who needs food, you know?
I mean, functioning people.
Oh, fuck. Yesterday I had a burger and wings. I guess I can post that in the Discord. I totally forgot. I'm sure I've forgotten to post pictures of other food because I'm bad at my job. But that's not news. Everyone knows I'm bad at everything, so it's fine. At
Aspen
breakfast,
said she was going to surprise me for dinner tonight. She says we're either having homemade chicken pot pie, or we're having some type of tater tot casserole
nice.
with the asparagus that I picked today.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I have in my fridge. I think I have 2 hamburger patties that need used. I have some Spam that needs used from when I made ramen the other night. Forgot to take a picture of when I made ramen. Just happens sometimes.
I don't know what's in my fridge either. There's usually my fridge it's crazy because my fridge went from like mostly empty to now that Aspen's here, it's just you open up the fridge, there's no room.
I don't know if
She
that's
just-
good or bad.
Well, it's a good thing because it's all mostly like vegetables and ingredients and stuff like that she needs to cook with, you know.
Yeah.
But
I struggle with keeping my fridge full because that always just means I end up throwing things away.
yeah,
So I try not to keep it too full.
I mean, you know me, there's not a lot that gets thrown away.
Right. Just stuff goes bad because I don't make, when you eat once a day, really, it's like,
Right.
some days I
See,
eat twice. It depends on the day.
It's nice for me though, and fairly easy because, like on the end of the week, weekend or something like that on Sundays. Usually Aspen will make like a meal and we'll just like overmake. We'll make like a meal for 5 or 6. So that way we can eat that night and then she can, you know, container up the rest of it and I can have food for the rest of the week for work,
Yeah.
not have to spend money in town.
Yeah. It's
Because
weird.
it costs like a total of $9 to make the whole meal. And then, not so
Oh,
$9 to eat through the whole week,
yeah. I thought you meant like
versus
$9 a time, like getting chicken strips and potato wedges at the.
no,
And I was like, I know it's expensive, but it can't be $9 now.
I'm talking like for me to eat, it's $9 for the whole week.
Yeah. No, I got
If
no.
she makes
It
something.
clicked finally, but like initially, I thought you were saying it was like $9 a time to just
Yeah.
get chicken strips and wedges, and it's like, what the fuck happened?
But it's roughly like anywhere from $6 to $8 usually.
Yeah,
If I have to
Yeah.
day,
yeah,
if I
for
have
sure,
to,
for sure.
so it just saves money.
Yep. Oh yeah. So I went to the A&W in that one town, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It was fine. No issues. But they still serve. I don't think they're labeled as a Chester's, but you know me and my ability to know where things are from. That was a Chester's chicken strip. They still serve them, which is kind of cool.
Right.
It makes me very sad though, because there's an A&W like not far from here, so I was gonna order A&W the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some chicken strips." They don't even sell them at this one,
Oh,
so that is a specifically like that town thing. And even though they don't have the partnership anymore, they still sell them for some reason.
so I believe they sell them again at that store that you used to buy them from all the time.
Oh, yeah, well, I think so. Yeah.
Um, they just had the chicken strips instead of they used to have the breast and the thigh and all that stuff too, and then the potato wedges. Well, they brought back the potato wedges and just the chicken strips. They don't have the breasts and thighs back yet, but so I've been going there every once in a while, just because I want the potato wedges mostly, but also the chicken strips aren't bad. Plus, they have they have someone making like homemade ranch.
True.
And packaging it to send, if you want ranch and stuff, and it's a lot better than the other shit they had. So I usually get three chicken strips and 3 wedges, and that usually fills me up.
You know what I hate? I'm sorry. I was
Communists.
That was not what I was going to say. No.
Oh, well, I went out on a limb.
No, I hate how easy, like, because it's not just bots, it's just straight up scammers.
Mm-hmm.
I hate how easy it is for scammers and bots and shit to exist on like dating apps.
Right.
It just gets annoying.
I know.
Because the message of add me on Snapchat makes a lot of sense. People don't like to message on dating apps. But then you do, and it's very obviously not a real person. It's like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it is a real person, it's very obviously not who they're claiming to be. And it's like, oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to go over here now, I guess. Fucking bullshit.
It is kind of funny that, people try to like catfish you. And a lot of times those people are from a different country and they can't English well.
The issue is it fucking works, dude. Like, it's okay. Did you see the Google VO? Okay, I gotta find this video. We're gonna talk about AI again because that's still a problem. Because this video came out showing off Google's VO3. I don't want a tutorial. And it's awful, but so interesting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it on whatever, but I can share it to you. So that you can see it. I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to make this work. Even though I had planned out doing this, I forgot to set it up yesterday. So.
Oh. Why does it already feel familiar for some reason?
You've probably seen it. I can't lie. All right.
Huh.
This will go like right here. It's not perfect. If you want to watch it yourself, go fucking look at the video itself. Or don't, because it's AI bullshit and it's gross. Is this even the right one? Hold on. No. This is not what I was thinking it was. Hold on. Hold the phone. Chat. Where the fuck? I know there was a pharmaceutical ad that was weird. I don't know where the fuck is it though. Hold on. Okay, but AI stuff is getting worse because people were still falling for like the shittiest basic scams, right?
Mm-hmm, right.
Now that I hate AI, right? But now that it's getting mediocre, people are so fucked. There are people that I actively know who believe AI stuff is real constantly all the time. And it's like, no, that never happened. None of this has ever happened. You're just stupid. Oh, no, this is real. Look at the video. It's like, yeah, I'm looking at the AI generated slop, man. That's not real.
I mean, if you zoom in on that guy over there, he's got 9 fingers on one side. I'm pretty sure that's not real.
It has gotten better. That doesn't happen as often. It still happens, for sure. Don't get me wrong. But it doesn't happen as often. Where the fuck? Why can I not find this? I'm pissed. Because I was so ready to show this off, but there are some terrifying ones though. Like there's one that is like a streamer playing Fortnite. Dude, I hate this. Can I go to YouTube and just I'm getting upset. If you couldn't tell, I'm getting upset. I just wish I had. So to be fair, the place that I saw this video, I'm just going to do it this way. We're going to react to the WAN show reacting to this because this is where I saw it. And since I can't find the original video, we're just going to watch them watch the video.
Guys there?
Because they better, I guess. Where? Oh, hey, actually, this might technically just help me find it. But
I was about to say, did they just put a link or something where it's like, if you want to watch this video?
They should have. I don't know if they did. Because
that'd be all too convenient.
Well, it's not just that. It's like they definitely didn't like down here because this is all sponsory bits. And sometimes they put it in their like chat, but they're also in I think they're in Taiwan for Computex. So the normal way of them doing things and having somebody help them isn't really working.
Right.
Because Computex, here we go though. Here's a
complete.
I'm gonna mute that. This is entirely AI. The gameplay is AI generated, which again you can tell this guy, this streamer, is AI generated. You can tell like the jumps aren't right. that's one of the biggest giveaways. And then a bunch of the stuff looks goofy, but like you can't tell me if you were just scrolling TikTok and saw that. You can't tell me you wouldn't like just be like, crappy Fortnite video and scroll away. Like you would think that's real. And that's terrifying. Right. Here we go. It'll get there eventually, and I'll unmute it for this one. I'm going to try to skip ahead to it. There we go.
Nothing worked.
Every day felt heavy. I felt trapped.
Playing now.
Then I tried Puppermin.
Our prescription helps
all of this is AI, every bit of it.
Special pheromone that attracts puppies. I took the pill before bed,
and like you can tell, but only if you're like looking for it.
Right, like actively looking for it.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and cut it down.
But we found that it's
like the specific thing that I notice is like the dog when it's licking that guy's face, its tongue doesn't move right.
Right.
It like clips almost. But it's like if that's how hard you have to look, 99.2% of people are gonna just fall for it.
What I notice is it's almost like too
it's
defined.
Very uncanny valley, but apparently not everybody gets uncanny valleyed. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I found the guy though.
I'm the guy.
The guy who was making these videos. So we can look at more of them, I guess. I don't know if I want to listen to them, but oh gods. More Fortnite. This one looks better. I mean, it's still, again, there are things that make it. Oh, I'm not showing this to everybody. There are things that make it so you can tell, like, this gun's not right. Why does it have a second, like, full-sized red dot sight at the end of the gun? Doesn't make sense. Also, the model for the gun does not match the, like, picture down here.
Uh-huh.
And then you'd have to, like, actively play the game, but this isn't a location on the map. Also, this isn't a skin. And then their skin doesn't match with what's up here. But, like, you have to be, like, looking to figure that out. Like, if you're just glancing at this as a clip on Twitter and you're like, oh, crappy Fortnite clip. Woo. Wait,
right.
What the fuck is that? Did you see that? What is like?
Oh, what is that?
When he's jumping, it, like, rips space time. What the fuck? That was wild.
Yeah, it looks like a portal to hell.
You can also make people who sing. See, but like the hands are fine. Now.
Huh.
Oh yeah, AI singing. Like,
the pinky on that guy gets a little funky.
I'm sure. I wasn't actually paying attention.
All right, let's get this.
Wait, what the fuck? That's not how boxes work. See, it clips through itself at the bottom right. I knew it looked funky. And then, wait, what?
All right.
Wait, is that like a wrap? Oh, it's a wait.
I love this. You can barely tell this iPhone unboxing isn't real. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. No, I can tell. But that's the thing. We have to remember this isn't just a we can tell thing. Because there's a lot of other people out here who are the problem. Another streamer.
Oh my god, the graphics are insane. This is so amazing.
This one's actually harder to see like other than this text right here.
What? Look at the cop car that just disappears.
Oh my god, the
Oh,
graphics are
ready?
insane.
Yeah,
This is so
yeah, okay. And they like just keep randomly spawning in. That also just feels like shitty video games.
Oh my god, the
Right,
graphics
you
are
can just have
insane.
bad internet there, but I have a feeling if you're a big time streamer, you're not gonna have internet like that. So
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh my god, we got it. We actually got the diamonds. We actually did it.
See, I would be more
Why is
intrigued.
it-
Like, why are you not using it? He just
Oh
jumped
my
over the
God,
lava.
we got
Hello?
Yeah.
We actually got the diamonds.
But like, he's
Look
not
how
using
long
his
it takes
hands. How's he playing?
Oh my God, we got
Well, my thing is,
it.
look how long it takes to break. You have a diamond pickaxe. It doesn't take that long.
True. But again, these are things where you have to be familiar with the game and
Oh, and the
familiar
diamond
with.
pickaxe goes from a diamond pickaxe to a diamond axe.
What is this?
We were never told how to get to the top, oh, and it's all we could do to not
Okay, am I the only one who can tell, especially with music, that it's AI immediately because there's no fucking soul?
Right.
Like, yes, they are singing and it sounds fine, but there is no actual emotion behind the
Right.
voice.
It's,
And it like,
robotic.
especially this, like
We were never told how to get to the top.
you're trying to give a really emotional, like, we were never told how to get here type beat, and there's just no real emotion behind it. That's not how music works, which is good. It's good because I doubt AI will ever figure that part out, which means, you know, realistically, as much as people like to claim, well, AI is coming for the creative jobs, it won't. Actually,
I was
AI
gonna
is
say.
actually helping a lot of people start small businesses because you know what people are getting really into now? Buying very bespoke things, so like made by a single person, and then like demanding video of them making it.
Oh. Huh.
Because that way, when it shows up, you've already seen the video of it being made. It shows up, you can match it. It's the same thing. AI can't do that. So it can't be like Temu slop that you're just selling out where you create an AI video of you making it, because AI can't get it perfect and probably never will be able to get like that type of
Right.
thing perfect. So that's what a lot of people are doing. And then creative jobs. Yes. So I saw somebody, I don't think it was this guy. It wasn't. But like they made like movie trailers out of this. None of that food moves right. I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but that's not how food moves. Oh, you know? That's so uncanny valley. I hate it.
Right.
But like it was like movie trailers, and it's like there were some people who were like, yeah, this is really gonna change Hollywood. No, because any movie that uses that's gonna suck, because it's gonna have no soul.
It always freaks me out when Aspen turns Netflix on because the TV is like right here.
Was this the original Will Smith? Yeah, so this was the first AI video made with Google VO. Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Oh, what the?
This
Well,
is
that's
this is how much it
that's
improved
weird.
over the last couple of years. Because this is Will Smith eating spaghetti now. Oh God, there's noises.
Oh, the slurp.
I did not need Slurpee Will Smith. I did not need Will Smith slurps.
Yeah.
But I wish I could find the movie trailer one also. Oh, I did see this one, so we'll look at this one. Look, it's a giraffe on a
real?
motorcycle. Oh yeah, dude. I could think this is real.
The microfilm
Yeah.
is in your ticket.
They're watching the north exit. Use the service tunnel.
Like, it's so dead and soulless, and people are like, it looks so good, you could make movies this way. No, because it would be the shittiest movie ever. There's no flow, there's no emotion, there's no understanding of how a human talks.
Look at the cop in the background. It's just like,
Yeah.
Objects get to say it loud in Westwood. Hat, drink, knife, ball,
Why is that?
hand, hat, drink, shoes, ball, spoon.
The sum of the squares of the two shorter sides is equal to the square of the longest side.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might. And she commands your awe with every breaking light.
See, that's what AI could be useful for, creating shitty fictional worlds. Like, I could see this because it doesn't have to look real because it's
It'd be
fake.
great if you were like on acid or something, staring
Oh,
at the
God.
you'd be tripping the fuck out.
Ow. That's not how that
No,
works
that's
at
not
all.
how that works.
That car didn't
It
have a
gets on fire.
driver. I was gonna wait. No, I was gonna say that car doesn't have a driver. It can't be real. Hey guys, self-driving cars do exist in 2025. So yeah. So how do you feel about AI? Now we've talked about it a few times, but let's talk about it some more.
I don't know. I feel like it has its place. You know, it has its place, but it's getting to where people are able to exploit it.
I think
in bad ways. So
I think for anything creative, it's bad.
right.
Like, I just do. I understand using it as a tool for some things, but like, I just don't see what the point is because it's bad for people, like for your average everyday person, because it's bad for creative stuff, and it will only get so much better. It will always lack soul. So it will never be that good. And then, like, you can't trust it enough to like use it instead of Google or whatever. Not saying you can trust Google, but if you are going to use like Chat GPT to look stuff up and then you have to use Google to fact check it anyways, just fucking use Google. Like, skip an entire step, save yourself some time, and just
I've seen where it's used quite a bit in like tech support area.
I don't know if I like that.
Not necessarily just tech support, but like when you go to call. So let's say you have an issue with like your internet service or your dish service or something like that, and you call, and immediately, and a lot of places, you have to used to sit there, wait for somebody to show up or whatever. Now it sends you straight to AI, and AI will sit here and like take you through some shit, and then it'll ask you, did that solve the problem? And if you say no, then it'll go
The issue
through
is,
some more
I
stuff.
feel like when the AI gets
no.
it wrong, it can cause more problems, cause people to fuck things up. Then
Right, but
it's also,
you're not wrong.
It's also a thing of like, I think it would just get more frustrating because the minute you got sent to a real person, the real person's going to ask you everything the AI did any fucking ways. So it's just a waste of my fucking time.
So the reason I brought this up is because I just recently had to go through this. And it is exactly how you just said it. It took me through all of this bullshit, and it literally refused to let me just speak to a real person.
Yeah.
Because none of the shit that the AI was bringing up, I'm like, that is not what's happening. That is not what's happening. No, I am not going to do that because that's not what's happening. I have a control panel issue on our drop arm gates, and I don't need AI to tell me, oh, well, have you tried cutting the power, or have you tried doing? No, I've already done all this bullshit that it says the book should do. You're going to go through every step by step that the book tells you to do if there's an issue. Done all that. I need someone else, not AI. So then finally it gets to where it's like, oh, it's gone through the whole book, and it asks you, did this help? And I say no. And then it goes, okay, please hold. Patching you in to a real technician or something like that. I'd then sit there for 35 minutes until a technician showed up to answer the phone, and then he goes through and asks me all the freaking questions that the AI just asked me about. And I'm like, no, just quit asking me questions, listen to what I tell you, and then you do your research, call me back, and tell me what the hell I need to do. I was so frustrated with what was going on. I'm like, your AI did not help me at all. It just annoyed the shit out of me. Well, it's our company, blah blah blah, and I'm like, whatever, dude. Just help me, please. That or send someone out here. That'd be even better. They can deal with the bullshit because I'm tired of. Cause I'm pretty sure it had some kind of communication error with one of the wires being frayed or or something else is causing interference, and it causes all the arms to get jacked up, and then I have to reset them, and it's annoying as shit. Sometimes I have to do it 3-4 times a day.
Nice. I hope they do
Me no happy with AI so far.
No, it sucks, dude. It's bad for everything. It's also awful because of the amount of water it uses to cool the servers that AI farms run, because the water just ends up evaporating. So we're just literally wasting fresh water, which I don't know if people know this. We kind of don't have that much of that. I know corrosion's an issue, but I still don't understand why we don't just use salt water for cooling things.
Right.
It's more plentiful.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Anyway, AI has annoyed the shit out of me lately.
Yeah, dude. That, and then every product you buy has to be AI enabled for some fucking reason. Yeah, we added an AI to this. It's like, that's dumb. Now I don't want the thing.
Right. I was looking on Netflix, and there's a movie, not a movie, but it's more of a series that apparently is fairly new. But I guess it's about a robot or something, like kind of futuristic. And it's about a robot, and there's like robots that help people and do all this other shit. It's kind of like I Am Robot.
Bro doesn't know what it's called.
I can't remember what it's called, but I just kind of
Just iRobot?
no.
Because that was also a show.
But basically, it's just it's a newer series, and it's about a robot that gains the ability to think for itself, I guess. And it's, instead of revealing itself to humans that it can think for itself, it just kind of blends in with the rest of the robots. But it's kind of funny because it's like narrating itself, and the first, it's in the actual preview or whatever when when you're looking it up, and it immediately says, "I've learned that humans are stupid." I've never agreed with a robot so much in my life. I was like, bro. You're right. Humans are stupid. But
somebody just posted on Twitter, who has the best PR team in the NFL? Like, what player? And he's like, for me, it's Jared Goff. Like, a lot of people are just saying guys who are mediocre, who like get talked about like they're good. And it's like, no, it's got to be Jameis Winston. He's not good at football, but people praise him. He's also a piece of shit. But people just like, it's just like in basketball, who had the best PR team? Kobe, because everybody forgot about that Tuesday in Denver. Like, he had the best PR team because they made you forget about that really awful thing he did that one time. And I'm not saying people can't change or whatever, but like, I feel like certain things need to be remembered about certain people. These really awful things that they do. It'd be like people forgetting what Deshaun Watson has done. Don't do that. We can't let them forget. And I try to refuse to let people forget about Jameis. I hate it.
Jameis and, well, yeah. Winston and Watson and Tucker, they could all be fun. They could all be friends.
They probably are.
Hang out together. Feel like they would.
What
have
are
a lot
you
in common.
talking about? Okay.
They don't know.
So I'm gonna read you numbers from two different football players, okay? Two different quarterbacks specifically. I'm trying to figure out who I want the other quarterback to be. Give me a moment. I'm trying to think of who was in like MVP talks. You know what? I'm just gonna go with this guy. All right. So we've got two quarterbacks. You know what? No, his numbers were better than I thought. Good God. Okay. Did he play enough last year for me to talk about him?
Oh, is this recent then?
Yes. I'm literally going off last year numbers.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I'm just trying to figure out who. Because I had an idea and then it got broken. It braked. You know what? He's good. We'll go with him. I think this will match up. I think this will actually match up really well. Okay. So you've got quarterback A. He completed 63.2% of his passes last year. 3,727 yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Quarterback B had a completion percentage of 62.5%, so down 0.7% from QBA. 3,541 yards, so like 200 yards less. 20 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. One of these is considered a good season. The other is considered an abject disaster, according to Twitter. Which one do you think is an abject disaster?
Probably B.
Yeah, the guy with less interceptions is the abject disaster. This is Caleb Williams. Because some guy brought up Caleb in the, who has the best PR team. It's obviously Caleb Williams. The way the media has made a coordinated effort to rehab his image after an abject disaster season. Where was the disaster? Like, the Bears were a disaster. Caleb was like the lone bright spot. Yes, he had bad days. He was a rookie quarterback behind this, like, third worst offensive line in football. Or maybe it was the worst last year. I don't know. Like, what did you expect? Also, he played in a division with two of the best defenses in football. Like, every time he played Minnesota and Detroit twice. He got bullied twice. Brian Flores ate that man, which is not a big deal. Like, yes, that sucks, but Brian Flores also bullied every other quarterback in football. So, like, whatever. Same with Aaron Glenn and the Lions defense. They had some bad games, but they bullied everybody all the time. Because it was always a big thing. If you had a good game against either of those defenses, you got talked about. Like, damn.
Right. Like, I'm not a fan of the Bears, but I'm not going to, like,
I'm an active Bears hater, but I'm not going to, like,
I'm not going to discredit someone because,
unless they play for the Saints. I will discredit you if you're a Saint. Fuck you. You deserve it. And maybe for the Broncos, but the only person I really do that to is Bo Nix. Because I didn't like Bo Nix, and then he ended up as a Bronco. That's just...
whammy.
That's just bad. That's just bad luck. I'm so glad
Josh didn't go to Broncos.
Wonder the Broncos fan. What a time.
That would have murdered my soul. I don't know if I could have been a Josh Allen fan.
He should have went to Minnesota. Then you could be sad with me.
Oh, yeah. I would have been... Yeah, I could have been very conflicted. I probably would not be a Josh Allen. I do not like the Broncos that much.
Valid, dude. Valid.
And it all started because I had a classmate that everything he did was Broncos.
Yeah.
Everything. Wore Broncos shirts. He wore orange shoes. Oh, the Broncos. Oh, the Broncos. Which I used to be like, oh yeah, whatever, the Broncos.
Then it gets to the point where it's like, fuck the Broncos.
Yeah, exactly. It was like every time then I would try to talk about at the 49ers at the time. Because
you wanted Josh Allen to be a Raider.
No.
That would have been so good.
I'm not really a Raiders fan either, but...
Why not? What's wrong with the Raiders? What, you don't like black and silver?
Not really. There's just nothing there,
so
color-wise.
Black and silver's great. Kevin,
I would rather Vikings.
Kevin's brother got married while I was there this last weekend. I didn't go to that because reasons.
Yeah.
But I had to take a picture of Kevin before he left for the wedding. He got dressed up.
Oh,
and he was wearing black and silver.
Tux?
Only black and not a tux. But like how okay, his dressed up is also just what he wears every day. But it was like black jeans, silver shirt, black vest, and it's like, really? You became a Raiders fan? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, have you seen how you're dressed? He's like, oh. And then I took a picture.
Changed his shirt.
No, he just went.
Well, he's like, I'm already dressed.
But I made the joke. I was like, you see how nobody ever puts on Broncos colors when they want to look good, but they put on Raiders colors? You see how that works?
Right.
He's like, shut up. And then he left. It was funny though.
Yeah. I don't know. I like blue, so I'm glad he went to the Bills.
Fair. You know what? At least the Bills use that like blueberry blue now instead of being.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sick of every NFL team thinking that we wear blue, so it has to be navy. The Titans are switching, like, their primary uniform is that really light blue now. Let's go. Your uniforms still suck, but that's better. Fine. Texans, you want to keep the stupid navy, fine. Mostly fine because you can't take Houston blue back totally, and you started with navy, so fine. Denver, go back to the sky blue you used to wear, you fucks.
Right.
Seattle, go back to that lighter blue you used to wear, you fucks. Their throwback uniforms are so much better than their current uniforms. And I don't even hate their current uniforms. It's just the throwbacks are so much better.
Right. Our high school jerseys weren't that bad my senior year because
they were also just navy though.
What they're supposed to be navy blue, but they were more like almost like a black. They almost looked black.
True.
That's how dark they were. So it looked better.
Yeah.
And I think the jersey we stole because we just went through college teams and picked, cool college jersey basically. I think we stole it from like the Oregon Ducks or something like that.
Probably not. They've never worn blue. Oh, the like sleeve thing. Like the design. Okay. Yeah.
Where they had like
That's
the checkers
possible.
and stuff on the shoulder pads, and then the uniforms actually looked pretty cool. The problem was they weren't very well built. My uniform had to be. There wasn't much left of it after the end of the year. Let's just say that. Like a lot of people tried to keep their uniforms, but because they were new uniforms, they wouldn't let us have them. But they almost let me have mine because there wasn't much left of it.
Nice.
At least my blue one. The white one was still fine. But my blue one really got tore up.
What happened with yesterday's basketball? Oh, the Knicks won a game. Right. Thanks to Timberwolves legend Karl Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves, so they lost the first two games against the Thunder. And they didn't, it wasn't great. They lost 114-88. That's a pretty big loss. Then they lose 118-103. That's not great. Then game 3, they win 143-101. They won by 42 points. I'm a little worried for the Thunder because they went into that game as a team talking about how they were going to sweep them and how Minnesota's not that good, and then they lose by 42. I don't know how your brain does after that. When you're that confident, they can't hang with us, and then they just beat the shit out of you. You know what I mean? Are you able to get up 2 days later and go?
Right.
I hope not. Give me the Wolves by 42 again. Thanks. I'm here for it. Because I don't want to go down 3-1. 3-1's scary. 2-2. I like 2-2. And then we just got to go win one in Oklahoma City. Just one. And hopefully it's game 5. Because, historically, if you win a game 5 in basketball, you win the series. 89% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever takes game 5 wins the series. That's just how it be. So, give me game 5. I don't know. Oh, an A/B test is completed. Was it good? Oh my God, I've been here before. You sent me the email. Why are you forcing me to log in, you freaks? Okay, so cool. That A/B test did not. Wow, that's insane. That is not a very big difference in click-through rate at all. Wait, you're saying that one has a better click-through rate even though it's got less clicks, less watch time, and less How does that work? I don't think that's right. Whatever. It was an A/B test on titles for a YouTube video.
Oh,
To figure out which title was better.
I was quite confused.
Sorry.
You were talking.
Yeah, my bad.
I was like, he'll eventually tell me what he's talking about.
Yeah, what the fuck do you mean? My bad.
I was like, A/B test? What? You had your blood tested or something?
Yeah. Yeah. That. What else happens here? That's cool. The Rockies beat the Yankees, so hell hath frozen over. They beat the Yankees.
Oh.
And then lost to the Yankees twice. So that means the Rockies lost their 17th consecutive series to begin the season, extending their franchise record. They played 7 games at home this week and went 1-6, tied for 5th worst homestand in team history. At 9-44 on the season, they are on pace for a 28-win, 134-loss record.
That's rough.
And then today, they lost.
I don't know if you could pay me enough to lose like that.
Today they lost to the Cubs. 3-1.
Yeah, maybe someday they'll have a baseball team. Preferably after they sell the team.
I feel like fully healthy. Okay, I don't know what is happening, but they are not as bad as their record shows, and it pisses me off. I'm not saying they're good, and they're super injured, but that happens to every team, so whatever. But there is something else. I don't know if it's just everybody's confidence is shot and it's over, but so many of their players are good. Yeah, I get their pitching's not the greatest, but it's also not the worst ever either. They do have bad games. That's just a Coors Field issue. Why does the offense not work? I have no fucking clue. Because, you're the Rockies. You're always going to need to score 10 runs to win games. I don't care who your pitchers are. It's just how Coors Field works.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Judge hit a home run the other night. When he hit it, I said, oh, that's an easy pop-up, and it was a home run. Because Coors.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't. He even looked disappointed in how he hit it because it was a meatball. And he's like, "Oh, well, I guess home runs." Woo!
Well, elevation does some magical things when it comes to baseball.
What is funny is the New York Yankees experienced more fans in attendance at Coors Field than in 5 of their 8 series at home in New York. Over 3 games, 128,000 people showed up to Coors Field, which is more than what they were getting in New York most of the time, which I find very interesting.
Weird.
Yeah. People are still stupid, by the way. I don't know if you knew this.
Kind of.
But people talking about Star Wars, there's a new comic book where Kylo Ren ends up fighting a Order 66 survivor.
Oh.
And it's again the how many of these motherfuckers lived? That had to be the worst operation ever. It's no. It wasn't, though. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but there were thousands of Jedi Knights. Let's just say 5,000 or 6,000 at the time of Order 66. and the Sith wipe out 99% of them. That still means 50 or 60 people are still running around. But the rumor is there were more than 10,000. That means it's really easy to believe 100 people are still out there.
Right.
So why are there so many stories? Because those would be really interesting stories. The final 100 people alive from this order hiding out from the greatest threat the galaxy's ever seen. Plus, who doesn't want to see more Darth Vader? The GOAT.
I am your father.
Oh, I didn't realize what tweet I liked. So I liked a picture just because it gave me Luthen's monologue from Andor from season 1. The "What do I sacrifice" monologue. And I didn't realize it was just some guy being a bitch. Because Tony Gilroy, the guy who wrote Andor, says that Clea, the girl who worked with Luthen, that she was the actual boss. She was Axis and not Luthen. He's like, she's actually been in charge of the thing from day one, from the moment they met. She's been in charge of everything. She really has been the boss. He's afraid of her all the way through. Like, if you go back and look at the whole show, she's the navigator all the way through, which is true. She's the one setting up fucking everything. And some guy's like, come on, Tony, don't do Luthen like that. And then posted the picture with the monologue. I didn't realize that that's what that was. I liked it because I just wanted to have the monologue saved. Kind of gross. Did you finally watch the last 3 episodes? Did you finish Andor?
I did.
So good. So awful. I don't know if you know this, but if you just press play on Rogue One immediately after, it leads up perfectly.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it does.
And it's just awful.
I remember.
It hurts.
I didn't watch. I watched Rogue One not that long ago. So
yeah. Oh, I did too. I watched it again that night though. I just couldn't. Like, I need to. It made me almost watch A New Hope also, but I didn't want to be bored for 45 minutes. Me and Grayson talked about this, and I know people hate me for it. A New Hope is like the hardest Star Wars movie to watch now, other than Rise of Skywalker, but that's just because that one's shit. A New Hope is good, but it is so boring to start. By the time you meet Luke, you are 45 minutes into that fucking movie. You are with those 2 fucking droids just scrolling through the desert for an hour. That sucks. It's so bad. Like, that's so bad. I'm so glad that it led into better Star Wars.
Oh, that's funny.
But, like, it had been a long time since I'd watched episode 4, because that's not the one I pick, you know? Because I don't normally sit down and do whole series rewatches. Normally it's just like, I want to watch Star Wars. I'm going to watch, whatever. Yeah, that one's bad. Did you know they're making an Elden Ring movie?
Really?
Yeah, A24 is making an Elden Ring movie, so it'll actually probably be good.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
I want to see some of the badass creatures on Elden Ring in that movie.
Right. What else do I know?
Nothing. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
True.
Mm-hmm.
All-time moment happened at Coors Field on May 22nd. Johan Rojas, he's the center fielder for the Phillies. He went into the stands to make a phone call, and security guards wouldn't let him back onto the field because they did not believe he was a player. Zach Wheeler had to go fetch him.
Oh, my God.
Nice.
That's funny.
Yeah. The Packers tried to get the tush push banned and failed.
I've seen that.
It's good.
Yeah.
The Packers catching losses in the middle of May is always good.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, the Bills want it banned because they're bad at it.
Right.
I'm sorry.
But it's still
Every
funny
team
'cause
is bad at
they used it.
it's one of these things where it's like you really want to ban it just because Jalen Hurts is stronger than your quarterback, because that's really all it is that, like, actually maybe he can't bench as much as Josh Allen. Jalen Hurts can squat literally 5 times as much as Josh Allen can. His legs are stronger than any other quarterback, and that's how they get so much yards. He can just push himself through the pile because he can just move.
He's stronger
people.
than most offensive linemen.
Right. Like, you want to ban it just because Jalen Hurts is stronger than your quarterback is the bitchiest. No, and I don't mean you. I just mean like these NFL teams.
Yeah,
you want to ban it just because Jalen Hurts is stronger than your quarterback? How much of a fucking bitch are you?
I want to ban Jalen Hurts from the NFL.
There you go.
Fair.
Like, you know what? That should honestly have been what they said, because that is what you're saying by saying you want to ban the tush. We just want to ban Jalen Hurts. He's mean to us. Bully.
Jerk.
I want the Eagles to be dicks about this, though. Like, every time they line up for a tush push, I think the greatest one would be like have Jalen Hurts lined up, but not have his hands in position, and they direct snap it to Saquon through Jalen Hurts' legs, and just the entire defense is piled, and Saquon just goes.
Saquon just walks.
Yeah, dude. That would be the coolest thing ever. It'd be the coolest thing ever.
That would be kind of sick. You just kind of do like a little bubble screen out of the back, so like Saquon's behind Jalen. Jalen takes the direct snap. Saquon just does like a little bubble to the outside. You just dump it off to him. So there ain't gonna be anybody out there. They're all expecting that tush push.
Yeah. And it's not a thing where it's one of those things where that play would work so often, because when lined up for the tush push, what are you gonna do? Not guard for the tush push?
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah, like, I don't think you could do it, like, all the time, but, like, anytime you pulled it out, it would work.
I was about to say, your best bet would be, like, you pull one guy that you think might be able to tackle Saquon in open field.
Yeah.
And that's going to be very few and far between. And you just spy Saquon.
Yeah.
That's your job. You stand in the end zone, and if Saquon comes out of the backfield in any way, shape, or form, you go hit it.
Yep. I don't know if you saw this, but the Colts owner also died, Jim Irsay. He died.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
That one's so sad, because, like, Jim Irsay might not be, like, the greatest dude in all ways. He can't be. He's a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he's one of the few sports owners who actually kind of feels like a good dude. He actually gave a shit about the team. And more importantly, it's the way all the players who played for him talk about him. He was like, so Ryan Kelly, the guy, the center the Vikings just signed, what made a tweet about him. Let me see if I can find it real quick. What the hell? Give me a second. I apparently didn't save it because I'm a dumb Dugan.
You are.
But his thing was like, it was an honor to know and play for Jim for 9 years. The greatest thing about him was his heart and the way he cared for people. I'll never forget sitting on the couch just days after losing our daughter, watching him fight back tears as he presented our family with a game ball. He was the first person who asked if he could help bring our boys home from Nashville when they got out of the hospital after 3 months. Never hesitated, never asked for anything in return. I'll forever be grateful for Jim Irsay and his family for drafting me 9 years. Like, it was straight up he would offer his private jet to players when things would happen to help them. It's like, that's not a thing any other owner's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And he might not have been, like, I think he got multiple DUIs. So, like, he might not be a good person, but he's also not a bad person. He could be Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
That's bad person. He could be Jerry Jones. That's bad person.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. He actually gave a shit about the people who. That was fucking weird. Okay.
I mean, it is a good idea to give a shit about the people that make you money. So
yeah.
otherwise, you end up like the Rockies.
True. Oh, interesting. All right. I don't know if we got anything else.
No, I think I'm gonna go finish Harry Potter.
Damn, bro's gonna watch Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go watch that one.
Yeah. I'm gonna go watch Harry Potter or probably help Aspen cook. So
You don't know how to cook. You won't be any help. Get out of there.
no, it's just wash a dish. Here, can you wash this for me real quick?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, now get out of my way. Okay.
True. I don't think I get to eat yet. I have to go record with Grayson now.
Oh. We'll have fun with that.
I'm sure I won't, but without further ado, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.